At the recent Rocky Mountain Regional IDPA match, I noticed there were quite a few Springfield Echelons, and I was surprised. Yes, I know I really shouldn't be. I was pleasantly surprised with them every time I encountered them, and I already have a review on the 4.0C COM, but I figured it was a good time to revisit them, particularly the full-size flavor of it. And luckily, I happen to have access to one. A portion of the equipment and ammunition in this video has been provided by Clark Construction Company. If you're looking for commercial or residential design, construction, or remodeling in Central Colorado, call Clark Construction. If you've got a project that you need done right the first time, or have a project that wasn't quite done right the first time, then Clark Construction can help you. Special thanks to Clark Construction for keeping Upspin Ballistics going. Probably the top reason I saw so many Echelons at a Tier 4 match is because of its tendency to want to settle quite well after quick shots. You can absolutely get the Echelon ripping pretty fast. This resulted in some pretty impressively quick times at the particular stage I was working with the Echelons. Now, while yeah, I did complain about the trigger a little bit on my first review of the 4.0C due to the staginess of it, none of that is present here. Just a nice smooth take up of 7mm to the wall where it kind of rolls through the break, and then you get about 3mm of over travel. And the reset is just a hair past that 3mm of over travel. It's both audible and tactile, and it breaks at around 4 pounds on this example. Provided you can get used to some of the Echelon's eccentricities, let's say, it's a really good race gun. The Springfield does not have an 18-degree grip angle as Springfield would like you to believe. Now, while it's not as raked as the 22-degree grip angle of a bog-standard Glock, it does still want to present just a tad high if you're used to 1911 or 2011 grip angles. Whoever's doing geometry over at Springfield is not talking to the folks at HS Produkt who make the Echelon. But if you don't like that grip angle, luckily for you, Icarus Precision, Sharps Rose, and Mischief Machine all make new grip modules for you. Given that HS Produkt followed in the footsteps of SIG and made the trigger a central unit, it's really quite easy to swap out the frames, though Springfield did draw the short stick on naming conventions. It's called the Central Operating Group, or the COG, which really does make it sound like the MacGuffin from a really dull AAA video game. Even so, it makes the choice to swap out grip modules quite easy. The ambidextrous magazine release works quite well, and mags drop free readily. I really don't see anything about the mag release that needs to be changed in my mind. It's not going to take too long or too much effort to get good at magazine changes, and with some of the reload heavy stages in IDPA, that is a boon. Now, the sights are the outlined U-notch rear with a dot up front, and I still hate these. Now, they're not nearly as bad as the squared off one that Glock likes to use, despite all of us hating it, even to this day. But my eye just seems to be way more subconsciously interested in what's going on with that U-notch than the front. But given that it's 2026, you're probably going to put an optic on here, and with that, the world is your oyster. Due to the modular optic mounting system, you can put RMR, Loophole Delta Point Pro, and RMSc optics on here by just changing out some of the pins. Though it's not as elegant as that of the Ruger RXM, it still offers a lot of versatility.
Come on, Chris.
Another aspect of the Echelon that I found myself having to get used to is the placement of the slide release. It's conveniently placed on top of the frame and is really easy to reach, but I noticed that my thumbs tend to ride it. It only takes me a couple of minutes of dry fire to train my thumb to be in the right place, but if you're used to 1911s or 2011s, you might run into the same problem. I think a little bit of conscientious Dremel work would resolve this, but if you prefer to go the replacement route, Tyrant CNC makes a replacement that would solve this problem all the same. Over the many echelons that I saw while working my stage, I only saw one malfunction, and unfortunately it was user-induced. No, I'm not saying that I'm sad that there wasn't an inherent flaw in the echelon that caused this. It's just really hard to watch a fellow competitor struggle in a stage. And after a course that I did with Aimpoint where there were plenty of the echelons around, I didn't see a single malfunction then. If this was issued to me as my duty gun, I'd have no problems whatsoever with its reliability. Revisiting the Echelon in its full-size guide just reinforces the statements I made on it last year for me. And seeing so many of them at matches bolsters my confidence that HS Produkt might have the enduring winner on their hands that the XD proved to not be. The Echelon is moving even higher on my list of suggested pistols. If you've stuck around this long, then go ahead and leave a like and comment if you currently have or are thinking about getting an XD. And maybe more interesting, are you going to swap out the grip module on yours? Now, it may be a while before I revisit another system, but I've definitely got a lot more on the way, so make sure you subscribe.